This video did not appear in your life by accident. And no matter how much you try to treat it like just another random moment, something deep inside you already knows that this is different. Because out of everything you could be doing right now, out of all the distractions pulling your attention in different directions, somehow you are here, watching this, listening to these words, and feeling something you cannot fully explain. And that feeling is not random. It is not imagination. It is awareness trying to reach you, because lately something in your life has not been feeling right. You have been moving forward, doing your best, handling your responsibilities. But inside, there is this quiet discomfort that keeps coming back no matter how much you ignore it. A feeling that something is missing, something is not aligned, something needs to change. And maybe you have been pushing it aside, telling yourself that it is just stress or overthinking. But deep down, you know it is more than that, because it does not go away. It stays with you in silence. It shows up when you are alone. It appears in moments where everything slows down and you are left with your thoughts. And in those moments, you start asking questions you cannot easily answer. You wonder if you are on the right path, if you are making the right choices, if the life you are living is truly the one meant for you. And instead of facing those questions, you distract yourself. You stay busy, you keep moving, hoping that eventually things will make sense on their own. But clarity does not come from ignoring what you feel. It comes from paying attention to it, and that is exactly why this moment matters. Because for once, you are not running. You are not distracting yourself. You are actually listening, and that changes everything. Because the moment you start listening, you begin to understand that the feeling inside you is not there to confuse you. It is there to guide you. It is showing you that you have outgrown something, that the version of your life you are holding on to no longer fits who you are becoming. And even though letting go feels uncomfortable, even though it creates uncertainty, it is necessary for growth, because you cannot move forward while holding on to something that is meant to end. And the longer you stay in that space, the heavier everything feels, the more disconnected you become from yourself. And that is why this video found you now, not earlier, not later, but exactly when you needed to hear this. Because you are ready to become aware, ready to see things differently, ready to stop ignoring what you already feel deep inside. And this moment is your opportunity to finally take that seriously. Now that you are here and truly paying attention, you can start to see things from a different perspective. You can begin to realize that the confusion you have been feeling is not a sign that you are lost. It is a sign that you are in transition, moving from one phase of your life into another, and transitions are never easy. They come with uncertainty. They challenge your comfort zone. They force you to question everything you once believed was certain. And that is why most people resist them, because staying the same feels safer than stepping into the unknown, even if that unknown holds something better. But the truth is, you cannot grow without change. You cannot discover something new if you keep repeating the same patterns, and you cannot find clarity if you keep ignoring the signals that are trying to guide you, because those signals are not random. They are pointing you in a direction that aligns with who you are meant to become. And the more you ignore them, the more restless you feel. The more you listen to them, the more things begin to make sense, slowly but surely. And that process requires patience. It requires trust. It requires you to let go of the need to control everything and instead allow yourself to move forward step by step. Even if you do not have all the answers yet, because you are not supposed to have everything figured out right now. You are only supposed to take the next step, and that step starts with honesty. Being honest with yourself about what you feel, what you want, and what is no longer working in your life, because once you are honest, you cannot ignore it anymore. You cannot pretend that everything is fine when you know it is not. And that awareness pushes you to make different choices, even small ones. Choices that bring you closer to the person you want to become. And over time, those small choices create big changes. They shift your mindset. They change your direction. They open new possibilities. And suddenly you start to feel more aligned, more connected, more at peace with where you are and where you are going. And that is the transformation that begins when you stop ignoring what you feel and start listening to it. Because everything you have been searching for, clarity, purpose, direction, it is not outside of you, it is within you, waiting for you to pay attention, waiting for you to trust it, waiting for you to act on it. And this moment right here is where that process begins. This is where everything comes together, where you finally understand that this moment is not just about watching a video, it is about recognizing something deeper within yourself, something that has been trying to get your attention for a long time, and now that you see it, now that you feel it, you have a choice. A real choice that will shape everything moving forward. You can go back to your routine, to your preach patterns, to ignoring what you feel and hoping things will somehow change on their own. Or you can take this moment seriously and decide to do something different, to make even the smallest change that moves you in the right direction, because change does not require perfection. It requires intention. It requires you to stop running from what you know deep down and start facing it with honesty and courage. And yes, it may feel uncomfortable at first, it may feel uncertain, but that discomfort is part of growth. It is a sign that you are stepping out of your old patterns and into something new, something better, something more aligned with who you truly are. And the more you move in that direction, the more confident you become, the more clarity you gain, the more your life begins to reflect that inner shift, because everything starts from within. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your decisions, they shape your reality. And when you change those, your life begins to change as well. Not instantly, not magically, but gradually, in a way that feels real and lasting. And one day you will look back at this moment and realize that this was the point where everything started to shift, where you stopped ignoring yourself and started listening, where you chose growth over comfort, where you decided to move forward instead of staying stuck. And that is why this video found you, not by chance, but because you needed it, because you were ready to hear it, because something inside you was already searching for this message. And now that you have received it, it is up to you what you do next. Because awareness without action changes nothing. But awareness followed by even the smallest action can change everything. And this could be that moment for you. The moment you finally decide to trust yourself, to listen to that inner voice, and to move forward into the life you know you are meant to live. So do not ignore this. Not this time. Because this moment matters more than you think.